Everyone, it's Adam with Progressive Voice, and some of our progressive friends with the state Democratic Party have asked me to make this video with some caucus day reminders so that everything runs smoothly, there's no questions, no shenanigans, and everything's on the up and up for our results and the delegate selection plan. So first, if you are a volunteer, you can complete a delegate preference form before the caucus. Now I'm going to include a link down below underneath the video so that you can click on the link and it gives you all the information, PDF form, etc. But once again, if you are a volunteer, you can complete a delegate preference form before the caucus. Links down below. If you are a volunteer, please review the training and make sure you also do the refresher or the non-app training to make sure you know what's going on caucus day. Now, if you are an attendee, if you're just attending the caucus, if you want to do the caucus math yourself to double check what's going on in the room as a precaution, you can use the guide linked below. Again, I'm going to link it below so that you can do the caucus math yourself as a precaution. Precinct chairs and volunteers, take a photo of your final results worksheet, the one that'll be posted on the wall of your precinct room, and post it along with a picture to social media. Include the precinct number. So again, precinct chairs and volunteers, take a photo of the final results worksheet from your precinct room and post it along with your precinct number to social media. Also, precinct chairs, if you are wearing candidate swag or a shirt from your candidate, make sure that you bring a non-swag or non-campaign attire to wear when you assume your role as your precinct chair. We don't want anyone accusing you of campaigning, so make sure you bring a change of clothes or an extra shirt to wear when you assume your role and gavel your caucus to order. Also, appoint a secretary from a candidate you don't support for transparency. So let's say, for example, Bernie is my Patronus, but if you are a Bernie supporter, choose a non-Bernie supporter for the secretary who will do all of the counting and the number stuff in the room. That way we can ensure transparency and no one will accuse anyone of trying to skew the results in any direction. So let's talk for a little bit about delegate progression. It all starts at your district level caucus. Once all the alignments are done, an algorithm is used to determine which candidates who are viable get what allotment of delegates to the county convention. It also determines what number of district level delegates a candidate will get to the national convention. But we're jumping ahead a little bit. So what happens is if you want to start the process to become a delegate to the national convention, you must first be a delegate to your county convention. Now you could have put this paperwork in when you early voted, or in this case, when you attend your caucus, a determination will be made based on the vote, how many county level delegates each candidate will receive who is viable. So if you want to become a delegate to the county convention, you put your paperwork in and you become a delegate, if there's a slot for you, to the county convention. You attend the county convention. At that point, you will also have filled out a form indicating if you want to be a delegate to the state convention. Assuming you get through that, you become a delegate to the state convention, either a delegate or alternate. Usually everyone winds up getting seated. So then you go to the state convention as a delegate. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because if you want to be a national delegate, there is actually campaigning involved. At the state convention is when district level delegates are elected by people from their district, and the entire body is supposed to elect at-large delegates. So, county convention as a delegate, state convention as a delegate, and then you can run to be elected to become a national delegate to the national convention in Milwaukee this year. So that is how the progression for delegates to the national convention begins. The other thing I want to talk about with regard to the state convention are planks for the platform. Again, this starts at the county level. So in your district and in your precinct level caucus, you can submit planks to be a part of the County Democratic Party platform. So you submit those planks. At the county convention, the delegates to that convention will vote on what planks to accept and put in to the county platform. Then the counties take their platform, submit it to the state party, and then the state delegates at the state convention will vote on what planks to include in the state party platform. So if you want to have a say, if you want to change fundamentally the mission and the platform of the Democratic Party, you can start by submitting a plank to your county convention, and you do that by submitting a plank in writing at your district level caucus. So you start there. If you want to remain with the Democratic Party, and as I mentioned in my last video, not every progressive in Nevada wants to be party affiliated. It is important that you know, even if you're not party affiliated now, you can still participate in the caucuses on Saturday. It's important to know that Nevada has same-day voter registration. It also allows for you to change from non-party affiliated to Democratic Party in order to participate in the caucus and the caucus to convention process. So that's up to you, and I can only speak for myself. I don't judge. I understand the pros and cons of both situations. But what we would encourage you to do is stay engaged. Stay engaged in the process, because you can go and be a state level delegate, and that can change the Nevada State Democratic Party. This is important because I've been asked to inform you that the progressives in the Democratic Party will be putting forth a slate of candidates at the state convention. Now, at the state convention, not only is the platform voted on and delegates to the national convention are voted on, but there are also positions on the executive board of the Nevada State Democratic Party, which are elected at the state convention, in addition to our national committee people who are representatives of Nevada at the DNC, the Democratic National Committee. Now, this is important because we get two. Usually we have a committee man and a committee woman. I usually refer to them as committee people. But those people are elected at the state convention, and those are some fairly important responsibilities within the Democratic Party. So our committee people are elected there, and people who are elected to the executive board of the Nevada State Democratic Party are also elected there. And that's important because having progressives as our committee people give a progressive say in the DNC, and having progressives on the executive committee of the Nevada State Democratic Party can begin to change the face and change the thrust of what drives the Nevada State Democratic Party. So if you stay engaged and go through that whole process, and progressives all across the state do so, there is a really good possibility that the party can be changed from within. But it can't happen unless you stay engaged and participate. So sharing the information on how this occurs, how this works, to change the party from within, you have to stay engaged. We'll be back with one more thing. Thanks for sticking with us to the end of the video. So please, please, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down at the bottom of your screen so you can be notified of new content and hopefully helpful content that will inform you about progressive goings on here in Nevada. So the last thing that I want to talk to you about is Nevada Progressive Coalition will be having their annual meeting, which is their annual membership meeting, on April 19th. It'll be in person here in Las Vegas and via Zoom, so that our rural and northern Nevada sisters and brothers can also participate. There's some really exciting things on the horizon, so we certainly hope you'll join us at that April meeting. We will be hopefully electing new leadership, getting some new blood in there, and also discussing the new direction that we have in mind for the Nevada Progressive Coalition in support of progressives throughout Nevada. So again, thank you for joining us for this video. We hope it's been helpful. Like and subscribe. Check out the links at the bottom. And hopefully I will see some of you tonight at the huge, I hope, huge rally, the Get Out the Caucus rally over at Springs Preserve. So have a great caucus. Don't forget to stay engaged, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.